So let's do it. Uh, Viewer growth engine is essentially a way to bring people scalably into your reader or viewer journey. And your viewer journey is how you bring someone who's aware of your story to actually make them now like a huge fan of your film. So the whole goal is to build something where we can get more results with less effort over time. And this isn't like some crazy hack. This is how like every company ever markets themselves, and how every creator ever markets themselves. It's thinking about these principles, of what a viewer growth engine is, which is simple. It's a way where you can take someone who doesn't know about you to know about you and love your films and want to buy more, and something that you can scale so that you can do it and get more viewers without spending exponentially more time, because your time is your most limited resource. So the thing that we've talked about, and it's what the pilot process is trying to get you to, is understanding if you're ready for a viewer growth engine. And we're at the end of our session here mostly. We're at hour 7 hours and 11 minutes in here. So we're kind of like now to the point of you're advanced. You've used the Move Machine. You've like started to see if people want your pilot. And now it's like, okay, like I'm gonna make all my scenes, but then what do I do with this film? How do I make money for that? How do I get it out there? And regardless whether you want to go to movie theaters, Netflix, whatever, the game is viewership. The game is viewership. So I can tell you this. Um, we're recording this. I can't tell you numbers behind this, but when I worked for Mr. Beast and that deal was signed with Amazon Prime, the reason they gave him what was an absurd amount of money was because it was projected he would drive an absurd amount of new paid subscribers to the Amazon Prime Video platform. And I can't say numbers, but it definitely paid off. And it's part of why they upped crazy for the next season. Again, I'm speaking and I can't say actual numbers, but know that it's like remarkable. It's remarkable the amount that this was. And seeing how this deal went on behind the scenes, I realized, oh, these same principles that we do as indie authors, the same way that we get leverage when working with anyone. Therefore, whatever you want to do, you need to build a viewer growth engine. But it doesn't matter unless you should not be scaling your story unless you know you have story market fit, which I have a card for it in the superpowers. It's on the screen now, so I'll just leave it on the screen. But essentially, you need to understand what your read-through rate is of your story. This is, again, the card that's designed that I printed 900 of for authors. I'm just giving away to all of you. So it works for all stories, okay? I'm not reprinting the cards until we sell out of the 900, which is free. We'll make sure we put the link in the chat. So A, that's answer A. Answer B is uh, only three things matter to validate if your film's going to sell, right? Will people continue watching your film? In Creatorwood, we show you episode over episode exactly how many people are watching. Chef's kiss. You got that data. If you don't use Creatorwood, figure out how to get that data somewhere else. Because it's important. You don't know if you're ready to scale until you do that. Second is your story's packaging. Are people like even interested to start to click into your film? Do people like the hook, the log line? Is that something that they interest them? And the third is, can you even get viewers there to begin with? We're not talking about doing some big ad campaign or big viral TikTok, but like even at a small scale, can you post in a Reddit community and have people interested as long as you're not like grotesque with the self promo? Can you contact another creator? Maybe it's an author who has people like, readers who are reading a specific genre and say, hey, I published this really cool movie. Would you mind sharing it with your mailing list? They might be willing to collab with you. If so, like, can you get people in that way? The first thing is, can you get people in who then actually are engaged with your story and then get hooked by it? If you accomplish those three things, you're ready to scale. If you haven't accomplished those three things, keep troubleshooting, which is why you can again develop a pilot. But let's assume you're ready. Um, a lot of you all might not think you need a viewer growth engine because the dream is just to share something with the world and have your story take off and sell a bajillion. You, you know, uh, your movie's everywhere now. That never happens, and you can back this up and look up public financials. I won't. This author is controversial because she said a lot of things politically that whether you agree with or not, um, I want this to be a safe space for everyone. But there's this author who wrote a very popular wizarding series that we all know about. And these books have sold well for a really long time. What you might not know is that she owns the rights to her ebooks and audiobooks. I have to admit, that was brilliant. She kept those rights. And at the time, the publishers didn't really see that much in them. So if you go to Amazon and check out any of the series, you'll see that it's published by her own publishing company. Pretty fantastic. She also lives in the UK, which means they have to report publicly on their financials. Even though they're a private company, there's way more visibility in the UK into private companies than in the US. So you can look up right now exactly what they made last year in terms of their top line and their bottom line. And when I say top line, that's total revenue generated. When I say bottom line, that's how much profit they make. And remember, this is selling largely ebooks and audiobooks. They're doing like 30 plus million pounds a year just on ebooks and audiobooks of the series. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But what's more crazy is how much profit they make, which their profit margin is like 20-ish%, which makes no sense. These are ebooks that you're selling and audiobooks. The cost of goods sold in this is like very, very small, right? Meaning like it's not like they have to go print all these books and then have a margin on that. Like they're getting all of that in. And the answer is they spend a lot of money on marketing, a lot of money on marketing. Still, after all these years, they still have to advertise and market that much because of this, which is called the K factor, which is the K factor. It's something I've adapted from the world of virology, which I can credit an X for that because she's a virologist. So I like to take things from everywhere and combine it into interesting things. But a K factor is how for every new reader or viewer, right? How many new people join from word of mouth? And if something's going viral, it's likely because it's spreading really, really fast. But a K factor above one means that for every one new person who watches something, another person will watch it, which means you will infinitely grow and infinitely reach viewers, which means that everyone in the world will have watched your film at some point. That literally never, ever happens. Your K factor might in certain communities, in certain instances. This is when we could get really nuanced and talk about super spreaders versus like casual fans. But you'll have some super spreaders who might spread it to 200 people. But by and large, if you average out your viewership and look at the K factor, which again, I'm getting super nerdy, but I love this stuff. Um, the principle is this: no story ever in the history of humanity, even you know, again, thinking about like the stories that, think about one of the best-selling books of all time, the Bible, just spreads virally without some marketing effort, which we are not going to adapt marketing efforts from, the times of the Crusades. But think about that. Like story takes effort to bring to people because yes, there is virality to it, and great stories that have a high retention rate and that story market fit will have more virality, but nothing will have a K factor above one forever, which means, by the way, that if you don't market your story, the viewership will always trickle down to no new viewers. No new viewers means that your business will shrink because by nature, your viewership will shrink because even if everyone sticks with you, people leave the planet. Dark but true, meaning that the only way to maintain your existing revenue is to grow your viewership. And the only way to grow your viewership is to have some level of marketing, even with organic growth. I hope that makes sense. Like it's such a first principle on like what we're doing here. So, um, with that said, right, you can have distributors do this for you and know this and take all your rights for it, and that's fine. You know, that's fine, and take a bunch of your revenue for it. That's fine. That's fine. Or you can learn this game yourself and use it to your advantage to get leverage with distributors, get leverage with platforms, including Creatorwood, because I already told you that we're literally going to reward people who do this, and get leverage with anything, including movie theaters. This is it. So there's three viewer growth engines. This is my last slide, and I'm just hitting at a high level because I can't go into all the details right now. I can't. And then you're going to be like, oh, really? This is a lot to learn. And you don't have to dive into it all today, okay? But there's three areas, and I create a lot of content about this. And one's paid advertising. Think newsletters, meta ads, Reddit ads, Pinterest ads, creator sponsorships. This is where you start small, typically $5 a day, and scale up. In the indie author space, this is how tons of authors have made a lot of money. I know authors who've spent literally tens of thousands of dollars a month on ads and get a great return on it. And they're driving these ads to Amazon to ultimately get reads on Amazon. That's how they're doing it. And they're getting a boost in the Amazon algorithm because of it. This is just how that industry works. And also, it's how the movie industry works. Who are some of the biggest marketers in the world? Hollywood. Think about all the things they do to market their films. Paid advertising alike, billboards, etc. Everything Hollywood's doing to market their films. You either have to work with them or build your own mini version of it. And my suggestion is building your own mini version of it makes it A, easier to work with them, and B, easier just to do it yourself. So why not do it? B is build your own media brand. I'm especially bullish on this because again, like talking about capital out of pocket, ads are capital out of pocket, but you can build something on a social media site. Movie review, you can create your own movie review site that's niche, your own community interview podcast. You can create character vlogs, all these things. James, maybe you can find in the creatorwood.tv. I posted a whole article about character vlogging. These cards go into extreme detail about how you can succeed on different social platforms and have these different strategies. I mean, that is one really, really fun approach. And by the way, I worked for the guy who does this better than anyone else, which is Mr. Beast. I mean, he is the build your own media brand king, at least right now, and has a business that is remarkably big and very interesting. Mind you, I think you all can make more entertaining stories than Mr. Beast. But and I say that as a sort of like aside because I work there. Um, but it's interesting, right? Like these are things that you can nail. And then lastly is affiliates or collaborations. We oftentimes underscore the power of people around us. What if you paid other storytellers, other authors, other creators, or just give them affiliate share? Just did a cross promo where you both promo each other's to grow online. I think this will be a big thing within our community is you all working together to not only create but promote your shows because this is also all that the author community does, and also the creator community too. I can't even speak to you the crazy things we do to collaborate at Mr. Beast. Really fun stuff. Again, I can literally go on. This is my bread and butter. I could talk about this for 20 million hours. Um, and ultimately, like the goal with all this is to get people to keep hearing about your stories even when you stop talking about it. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna look at the questions, then we're gonna watch the video, and then I have one last slide to share because we're packing in the information. I hope that makes sense to people. So yeah, we can easily upscale anything, Tom, to 4K, and we're gonna be adding that feature too. So absolutely. Um, this this Erica is wild. Didn't know that. That's crazy. Makes sense though. And that proves my point on the power law. If one person can be 3% of the largest book publishing platform's revenue in the world, that's pretty nuts. Let me see here. There are AI fests. So one thing that we're going to be doing, by the way, y'all, like I'm certain of it, is I'm hosting an event. It's already sold out, and I do these events at cost. Where like I'll rent a house and I'll bring together storytellers and I'll say, hey, like let's pull the cost and just hang out for a weekend. I have a Barbie house rented in Vegas. Um, I don't know, maybe someone could find pictures of it. I think I posted on it somewhere on social media. Maybe on like my Facebook profile, but it's fun. It'll be awesome. We're gonna meet in a Barbie house. But I want to do these sorts of meetups with you all so that we can bring each other together. Because I think I forgot what comment I was reading that got me off on this, but a proper film festival would be epic, and I think that's what I want to build up to, where we can like host film festivals and start to showcase this and like for you all. So I'm down if anyone has any ideas or wants to do that. We really do need a community manager to like probably collect my chaos and channel it, but like I want to do it. Like it'll be so much fun. So we will do it is the answer. Probably next year, no time soon. But like it'll be great as we get to the new year to do it. Just magical being with people together, creating things together, seeing it. Um, I will be at some film festivals next year though. I'm planning to go to Sundance. So if anyone's going to Sundance, I'll be there just to hang out. Okay. I think I answered the questions. Yes, Vegas, exactly, Andrew. Um, uh, yeah. um, very, very funny, y'all. Okay, wow. Let's do this. Let's watch this video. I bet it's ready now, and then we're gonna wrap it up with Beyond the Screen. And I promise you, you will be completely overwhelmed by the end of this. But um, it'll be fun. And I do want to share something a little special with y'all here. You'll hear about it through me, emails in the coming days. But if you want to learn all about more about this marketing stuff and some of the other stuff we're doing, I'll share some stuff in that front in the end. But before we get there. I think it's ready now. If it wasn't ready after that first session, I'll do the second one and end off with it. But that feels like, like that's, come on, like we got to be ready. Um, all right, 24 out of 30 shots are good. We got five more ready to go. We have literally been overloaded today. So this makes sense. Let's watch what we have. 24 or 30 shots are done. That feels pretty good to me. That feels like a reasonable amount for us to really get an idea of it. So yeah, we'll do that. And we'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. Okay. Uh, oh, Steven. Yeah, if you're there at Sundance, let's go. I would love to hang out with you. Um, yeah, I don't mess around, y'all. So when you click generate scene, try not to click it again. We're working on adding a loading icon, but you'll click preview scene to preview it, and it'll take you to this section of the editor. That's just a little tutorial on how to use it. We're going to make it easier to use, all these things. Mind you, we one-shotted this for context. Folks who weren't here, we one-shotted this with AI, meaning like there was no like we just generated this, right? Um, we didn't really edit it much, slash at all. And we're gonna see what it came up with right now. Oh, the audio might not be done generating because not all the shots are done generating. I might have to show you all again at the end. Let's just see the little bit of the visuals, and I'll show you more when it's done. And we need to upgrade our servers once again. So let's do this. Okay, the audio's coming. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. Okay, audio's still coming. Okay, it'll take some time. This is a longer scene, by the way. 30 shots is like on the longer end. But it won't normally take this long. We're just having a lot of capacity now, and I think my co-owner is like, "Oh yeah, I like we're this is crazy. This is crazy." So it's good. We're very grateful for all of you. So let's go back. It's just moving slow. Everything's working. It's just moving slow. Which is expected, but we'll give it some time, and I will share our last set of slides to go through in our sort of weird order. We did get to everything that was promised in the schedule, which is going to be going beyond the screen, which is probably the area I'm most excited about. And I want to share with you all, some of you probably already follow it, but I have this YouTube channel called Beyond the Book. And I want to give like a special shout out here because literally this all wouldn't be possible, A, without this YouTube channel, but B, without everyone here. Because I started off like 7 months ago when I quit my job thinking I would like help writers again because I love writers. And I think all of you are writers in a way, right? Like it's book brings us all together. We might be filmmakers, writers, we might be authors, writers, but we're all writers, we're all storytellers. But I thought I would be more involved in the book space because that's where I had my last company and that's what I've been doing forever. But I got super interested in AI video. And then when I saw this whole opportunity, it was interesting to me, but it didn't really click until one, I started this channel called Beyond the Book where I started talking about like what I'll share today, which is how you can take your stories and monetize them and build a world around your stories. And Creatorwood hopes to be like a pillar in that for you. But it goes beyond Creatorwood and AI and this whole wave opens up so many new opportunities. So I want to share that with you. I want to share that with you. And what ended up happening is everything I do is very community driven. Like I said, I just love the community. And there was this moment where we decided to host these weekly masterminds for Beyond the Book, just in a Discord group for people who are coming to the Barbie house. And then it kind of organically grew. Folks like Novi came in, which if you haven't seen, like they're just the best. James, maybe you can link to the interview I did with them on the Creatorwood podcast, where like he's literally building his own studio. They're just the coolest human being ever. And Novi and this other author, Cassie Alexander, were just crushing it, sharing like these AI shorts of their books, and they were using to like advertise their books on TikTok and everything, and even Facebook ads. And I was like, y'all, if you're getting people actually to engage with your stories and be interested in your stories because of AI videos, why don't we just continue the story in AI video? Doesn't that make sense? Like they're watching AI videos to read a book. What if they watched AI videos, got engaged by it, and then wanted to watch more AI videos from you in a long form story? And that is how Creative was born. And I've told you so much of the story already, but uh, that group's really special to me, and the concept of going beyond the screen is really special to me. Um, uh, yeah, can you contact support? And Priya, contact support. They'll help you. I wish I could help you live, but I want to be respectful of everyone here. They are on it, so they'll do their best to help you. And anyone who hasn't been responded to today, I actually don't even know what our queue is like. I could probably open it up. It'll give me a heart attack. Let's see. Okay, it's big, but we're getting through it. It's like we have 30 uh probably from today. We have like 25 to 30 active tickets, but we've answered like let me see the number. I'm just checking it out. Just to show that we're going to get to it and we've been working through it. Um okay, that yeah, we've had like close to 150 or 200 requests today. So we're getting through most of it. It'll just probably take us a little bit of time to like tonight. I want to go to bed and have everything answered.